All right, cool. So for today's giveaway, how we're going to do this is there is a link in the chat. This is going to direct you straight to the Facebook page where you can leave a review. And from there, that will put you into the giveaway. So once you get onto your, let's take this away, bunch of pop-ups. Once you get onto the Facebook page from the link in the chat box, it's going to say below like and sign up. It's going to say rating 19 reviews. You click on that, and at the top, it's going to ask if you recommend. And from there, you can leave a review. So again, I'm just giving a few more minutes for the people to join in while you guys do that and enter into the giveaway. All right, cool. So what I want to do while you guys are kind of wrapping up the reviews and whatnot, I want to ask all of you, because there's 3 ways that you can track your nutrition. Track your food, keep an eye on what you consume as far as you know, your food, your body, your nutrition, what you put into your mouth. There's 3 ways on the program. Either you can track it on MyFitnessPal, you can track it on the Trainerize app, or I have provided you a meal guide or a meal plan. Now, what I want you to do is, because everybody is doing one of these, and if you're not, that probably is the reason why you don't have results, or you lack quite a bit of the results that you could have had. So in the chat box below, put the number down in the chat box of what you have been using, basically the time you've been on the program. And I'm going to dive into every single one of them, how to use it to track your nutrition, whether it's beneficial to you with your circumstance. And at the end of this, you should know which one you need, so that if you are confused, you have struggled with nutrition, tracking, like all of the apps are just, it's too much. This is going to simplify it all to where if you don't have time to track, then I can provide you a meal guide or a meal plan that no longer has you tracking, no time spent tracking, but I just tell you what to eat. So at the end of that, this should be pretty self-explanatory on which one you need to see the results that you desirably want. So let's look at the chat here. Yeah, I did notice MyFitnessPal did have a new update. Most of the logistics still stay the same in the way it's set up and how it works. Okay, so I'm getting some messages from people that are joining. All right. So moving forward, there is a final solution course that you all have lifetime access to. This explains every single thing inside the program. I've built this course over the whole time that I've been in business, and the whole time I've helped over 350 clients become better. I know what questions are asked on a consistent basis with people coming in that are just starting their fitness journey. I know the type of questions that are asked in a consumption for people that have already been working out that are now trying to start a program. So with that, I've accumulated all of this information, over 350 lifespan experiences, questions, concerns, trouble, shortcomings, and I put it all in one place for you guys to go to once you have questions. So I do want to make sure every single one of you have access to this solution course, because even when you're not a client, you have access to this, and I add to it very frequently. So let's dive into what the course is, because the course is what you're going to gravitate towards to use some of these options for you to track your food, or again, when you have questions, and to guide you. So let's go ahead, switch it up here. So this is what it looks like. Again, if you don't have this, or you're looking at it right now and it's new to you and you're like, man, I've never seen this before. What I want you to do is put in the chat below that you need it, and I will email it to you so that you have it. But again, in hindsight, I go over protocols. It begins with what I expect from you, what you need to know going into this, whether or not this is your first time getting coached, second time, third time, fourth time, or this is your 10th. Like, there's protocols that I have that if you follow them, it is tried and true that you will see results, because it works. I mean, it's proven that it works. Now we go into mindset. Your mindset is going to be different because the reason you are getting coached now is because most of the people around you have not pushed you to your limits, or they have, and you didn't respect them enough to listen to it. So your mindset needs a shift. Going into this, going into having a coach, your mindset is going to need a shift because the mindset that got you to the position that you're not happy with is not going to be the same mindset that gets you to the goals that you've created on our consultation call before joining the program. Now, mindset's important. That's where it all starts. Weight scale 101, understanding the weight scale, not jumping on it 3 times a day, not jumping on it once every single day, right? I go into why it's important, whether or not you should be jumping on the weight scale, who the weight scale is for when you're being coached, and if you should just take it out of your damn house. So again, all of these are in here. You can see the time on them. I think collectively there's over dozens of hours of educational videos here. So to make it, long story short, emotional eating, I go into, again, the emotional side of things for you to understand before embarking in this journey, what you need to know, how to not beat yourself up when you have a cupcake. Emotional eating, emotional cycle that comes with change. So again, diving deep into that mindset before you even start. So the anticipation here is when you join, this is what you dive into, and you start at welcome and you work your way all the way down. Now, the Trainerize app is where you guys all, have your daily protocols, your workouts. I show you exactly how to use that app, how to track all your progress, all indicators, navigate and adjust your workouts if you missed a day, or if you couldn't get your workout in, how to drag it down to the next day or adjust it however you need to, so that you don't have to message me and then wait for me to do it when there's an option that you can do it on your own. A lot of people didn't realize that they can adjust on their own, but it's not just for you to do. Like, there's got to be certain situations for you to do it on your own. But again, that's in the video. So I don't want to go on Trainerize and see that you're not seeing results, but also the workout program that I made for you at the beginning of the week is not the program that is on the app anymore because you shifted everything. So again, it helps for when you miss a workout, when you couldn't get it in, how to shift and adjust. So at the end of it, I show you how to properly structure a workout so that at the end of this, you can become independent. You don't have to rely on somebody this whole time. You can properly structure a workout, get it done, feel good about it, and know that you are getting results. Does that make sense? All right. So again, this is very dense. I've added to this over the years, and I'm going to continue to add to this until, this is like this is the vehicle that's going to drive you for your final solution. That's why we called it that. This is your final stop. MyFitnessPal. So if you use MyFitnessPal to track your food, you have the MyFitnessPal on your phone, but you never open the app, this is probably going to be something that you want to dive into, this section in the course, before even opening the app. If you've used the app the last few months to track your nutrition, this is probably going to help you as well, because there's some things in here that you might not know. So pay attention. Adjusting your macros. So I want to show you guys this real quick. At the beginning of your journey, we have to set a target. Once we set a target, we know where to aim. So when I set your calories, your macro breakdown at the beginning of your fitness journey, that is not set in stone. That is not what you're going to be eating for the whole duration of what we discussed you'd be on the program for. It is just a trajectory. I need to give you a number, then get feedback from that to adjust furthermore. Again, some of you are coming from not even working out for years, haven't done a workout for years, to now working out consistently, eating right. So your goals and what you need is going to be different than others. So I did put together, again, a video that educates you on how to adjust your macros in your food app so that you can stay on track. And it's going to show you how to go through the app and whatnot. So I do want to show you this quick clip, because this is in the Final Solution course, just to give you guys an idea of how easy and accessible this is and how it answers your questions step by step. Can you guys hear this?
adjust those in there. So what I'm gonna do is show you how to do that along with tracking your food and seeing your nutritional protocols throughout the day as you eat. So let's start with pulling up the app. So once you pull up the app, you're gonna see this screen. What you can do from here, if you've already got your nutritional protocols from me, you can go straight to your goals, making your account. You're going to find these percentages in Trainerize. You should have got a notification for that to it.
So basically, step by step, if you go into this final solution course and you're working at top to bottom, everything's going to fall in line. I send you the things that you need at the beginning, and then the videos show you how to implement the things that I set for you and the protocols, so that, again, you can do this on your own. Your macros that we set at the beginning are going to be completely different when you either graduate out of the program, when you start to become, your workouts start to become easier. You need more challenging workouts. Your calorie expenditure goes up because now you're working out more because you like it. Your body's getting used to it. It's going to keep changing. So these are educational tools to show you how to do it once things start changing. If you gain weight when you lose, back, let's say you leave the program and you gain weight back, this is something that you can utilize to fix your situation, to not have to pay me again to come back out of the program. Again, this is all for you, like lifetime access. So again, if you do not have this, put in the chat below that you need it, and I will send you the final solution course in your email. You'll have all of this. So step by step, all of these are videos explaining to you, specifically me explaining to you the methodology on how this is going to work. Not someone else's methodology. You're not seeing someone else talk to you. This is me telling you my method because it has proven that it works. I go into how to track your own nutrition effectively on MyFitnessPal. I take you through a full day of eating, how I use the app, how you can scan barcodes if you don't have time to search everything up. Taking you through a full meal prep tutorial, how I do it. I take you right into my kitchen. Right. This is what I'm doing. This is how many meals I cooked in X amount of time. I take you right into the kitchen with me and I give you a step-by-step tutorial on how to meal prep. Ebooks, plenty of ebooks for you to read if you're somebody that likes to get in the books. Helpful guides, multiple. There's protein guides in here if you struggle with protein. Source guides, shake shopping guides for you to go to the stores and find what you need, understanding protein consumptions, how to set your own protein goals. Again, everything guides here. Weekend warrior, low fat macro swaps, healthy lunch building. Most of the questions that you have asked me or yourself during your journey, your process has probably already been answered. And there's guides and templates that will significantly help you along the way. There's just like not a lot of people are knowing about them. So I do want to, again, just keep bringing light to this because it's a very dense course. It's going to help. So now I have free programs. At the very end of it, I do give you free programs. I give you a burn and build 4-week program. So it's a month long. Once you decide to not, be coached by me anymore, you can still continue for another 4 weeks with a burn and build program. I also give you a training and nutritional startup program to show you, again, how to track your nutrition, fundamentals behind macronutrients, educational things, series, my response on certain supplements, so on and so forth. All right. Does that all make sense? Does that look pretty dense to you guys, like it would actually help? And I'm very curious. Because although it may seem bulletproof, there are some things that probably still need to be put on there. So is there anything right now that somebody is struggling with, maybe this week, today, or the last few weeks, that has been reoccurring, that maybe you can just let me know that you've been struggling with it, and we can either work it out. I can brainstorm some resources to add to the course, and then also send to you privately. I'm all for, like, I have free time all the time. Like I randomly text you guys to see how your day is going because I have a lot of time. So I'd rather understand every single hardship, limitation you have along the journey and make resources for those, because that's how passionate I am about this. So if you have something that you feel like would be helpful, I'm down for it. You know, I will create a resource for you. Cool. So everybody has already put in the chat which method they use, either MyFitnessPal, Trainerize, Meal Guide for their food. Cool. So what we're going to talk about is the MyFitnessPal option. It's the first option. So if you use MyFitnessPal to track your nutrition on your phone, and that's the methodology you're going to use, what I want you to do is follow along with me. And I want you to pull up MyFitnessPal, excuse me, right now. So once you click MyFitnessPal, like Devin said, it has been updated. So this is what it looks like now with the new update. This here, the far left picture, is the dashboard. What you're going to do in order to adjust your macros to the macros that I've set for you in Trainerize, that you've gotten a notification for, saying these are what your coach has put for you, the calories, the carbs, protein, fats, you know, things like that. And you're like, okay, so real quick, who here has gotten a notification in Trainerize and it said, these are your specific numbers for your nutrition, and then you go onto MyFitnessPal and it's completely different on there. Like the number's different for the daily intake that you need to eat. The macronutrients are not even the same as Trainerize. And then you're just like, you don't know how to match them up. So this is going to clear that up for you so that both of them are synced. So if you use MyFitnessPal, which is what I used when I first started years ago, what you're going to do is you're going to hit the 3 buttons at the very bottom. You're going to press more. That's going to take you to the more page. You'll hit goals. That'll take you to calories, carbs, protein, and fats. From there, once you click that, you can then adjust your calories, carbs, proteins, fats, all exactly how I set them for you in Trainerize at the beginning of your program, with what you've discussed with me of your goals, your activity level. These numbers aren't pulled out of my ass. Like when I set numbers for you guys at the beginning of your journey, it is based upon what we discussed on our consultation call, how your life stressors are, what your work-life balance is. Like all of this plays a factor. And the reason it does is because I need to know how you're doing along the journey. With that comes weekly check-ins on Sunday. That's another thing we can get into, but that also helps. So again, that clears up how to get to the spot on MyFitnessPal in order to adjust your macros to the ones that I set for you at the beginning. From there, what you're going to want to do is share your diary with me. Sometimes it's on private in MyFitnessPal in the settings. So when you go to settings, you'll go to diary settings, sharing, and privacy, and put both of those to public sharing so that I can see your exact food log. If you scan a barcode on a granola bar and you put it in the app, I will see it instantly so that I can give you pointers. I can see exactly how you're matching up day to day. I can see your food log and hold you accountable to it, right? But if it's set to private, everything could seem like you did it correct. You set your macros, but I'm not seeing your exact food log. So you could be eating correctly, but I don't see that you're eating correctly. So again, if you're using MyFitnessPal, make sure that you go through these steps to share your diary public so that I can see it. Now, there is a much easier way than doing MyFitnessPal in trying to transfer your macronutrient breakdown, your percentages over to one app when we already have this app. It's just too many apps. I want to make it more convenient for you guys. If you're somebody that's set in your ways, you like MyFitnessPal, you have streaks on there, you have a daily streak, you get achievements, you have chat boxes. If you have something going on there, cool. If it's not broke, don't fix it. But I tend to realize we stay on track more when it's convenient, because that's what we fall victim to as humans, is conveniency. So Trainerize. If you follow the Trainerize method in tracking your food, taking pictures of your food, this is going to also be helpful for you. And I want you to pay attention to this. If you don't have a method, if you don't track with MyFitnessPal, Trainerize, if you don't have a meal guide or a meal plan from me, and you're just winging it, then this is probably the option you're going to want to go with. So listen up. All right. So with Trainerize, what you're going to want to do, well, first, let me back up. If you use MyFitnessPal, if you use MyFitnessPal, once you get to this stage of the diary sharing, once it's public, what I want you to do is go straight to Trainerize to then go into the Trainerize setting and link it to MyFitnessPal and share your diary with MyFitnessPal. Again, too many steps involved with the MyFitnessPal option. So I'm going to give you the one that is most convenient. That is the MyFitnessPal option, knocked out. Trainerize, most easiest. It does the same thing for you, and it's on the same exact app. So when you pull up your Trainerize app and it's time for you to do your workout, have a snack, check on what hell I have a brewing for you that day. Once you pull it up, it has here, it says things to do, and then below that, it will show your macronutrients and your calorie breakdown, your nutritional protocols daily. And that is right here. If you guys don't know what I'm talking about, what you could do is pull up Trainerize right now while you're on the call with me, if you'd like. But here's where you're going to find your protocols. If you don't have any right there, let me know in the chat, and I will make sure that you have those set and those are, making sense to you. What you're going to do is you're going to click on that. You're going to click on all of those numbers, and that's going to take you to the screen where you can then scan the barcode of whatever it is that you're eating at the time. Right here was a Cliff Bar. So the instantly clicked meal, clicked one more time to a barcode, took a picture, and it was instantly added to the macronutrients into the app to where I could see your food log. It's tracked. You don't have to worry about it no more. So that takes out all of the other MyFitnessPal questions, syncing this, going to the settings, adjusting macros. I already adjust your macros in the Trainerize app. They're already adjusted for you. And all you need to do is go in, click it, put in your food, and it's done. You don't need to worry about MyFitnessPal, none of it. It's all in this one app. Your check-ins every Sunday are sent to you in the morning. The link sent to you in this app. Your food is logged in this app. Your workouts you get in this app. Your protocols, your habit tracking, communication, all of it in one place. Again, conveniency. So if you have any questions about the food log, how to log your food, where your nutritional protocols are, I'm here to answer any of your questions for sure. But this should clear some things up for you guys. It is important for me to see what you're eating, just like it's important for you to have a fuel gauge in your car. Like you need to know what's in your car, just like I need to know what you're putting in your body matched up on what I'm telling you to do when you walk in the gym. If you're eating things and not tracking them, not only are you lying to yourself, but once you lie to yourself, like you're going to lie to anybody. So try not to lie to yourself. If you're eating garbage, track it. Like it not only holds you accountable, but you see it. It tells you, it warns you that this is what, how many sugars you're going over. Although you know that you screwed up, it's very, very, very important for you to be transparent with yourself. All right. I'm not going to get upset with you because you have a cup. Like, again, this is a day by day thing. I don't expect you guys to be perfect, but there are methods involved for you to use that are convenient, that can give me the feedback needed so that, because again, as much as I'd love to run a business and charge your guys' card monthly, never talk to you guys, never be bothered, and just expect you guys to know everything. Like, I mean, who wouldn't want that? Like, just to collect money and not like, I don't want to do that. I don't want to collect money from a client that doesn't use the methods. I don't know what they're struggling with. They're not seeing results. I feel like I'm doing you a disservice. All right. So if you are paying for the service, use it. All right. So that should answer the questions there. If there is any, I'm opening the chat here for sure, Devin. I can set your nutritional protocols up. Do you have set ones right now that you're currently trying to hit on a daily basis, or have you been just kind of going by how you feel, how you look, what the scale reads? Okay. I want you to send me a screenshot of the the nutritional protocols that you've been trying to hit. Just so I can see where you're at. See what you're used to. See what you're used to eating. Because again, like some of you are coming to me and you need to lose weight. And you're coming to me already overeating. Otherwise, you wouldn't be overweight. And anybody's, like idea would be significantly cut the calories, right? Significantly eat less, starve yourself, right? To lose weight. As easy as that's why doctors, they're like 1,200 calorie diets, 1,000 calorie diets. Okay. The idea, I get it, is lose weight. But if you're eating 3,000 calories to 4,000 calories a day, with on top like liquid calories, muffins in the morning, coffee, like all of these added up things where you don't realize how much you're actually eating, and you're eating 4,000 and I instantly give you 1,800 calories for you to eat, or 1,500 the day you start the program, you are going to hate me. So again, there's reasons we start you out in certain areas in their own. It's like throwing a dart at a board. Once you throw it enough times, you start to realize where you're accurate, how to throw it again. So again, we're throwing that dart, hitting the board at the beginning, and now we know where to head in that direction. Once you give me the feedback, the check-ins, the food logs, how you're feeling, communicating with me, then I can be like, okay, they need this adjustment going into next week. Their workouts are getting a little bit easier. Maybe it's time to up the ante. And with that, you slightly increase the calories as well that you're consuming, because when you drive your car more, you have to put more gas in it. So again, there's all of these educational, things that I can teach you, and they're in the course. Like there's reasons why we do certain things, and there's reasons why feedback is very important. If I'm not getting the feedback, I don't know where you're at. I don't know what you're struggling with. And it seriously does. It breaks my heart, guys. It breaks my heart seeing people that have the potential. They're not communicating with me. I have all of the resources you need, but because you're not communicating, that's where the results are not getting done. It's okay to be embarrassed. Like you shouldn't be embarrassed regardless, because I'm your coach. You didn't sign up to get criticized. You didn't sign up to get beat down when you're already feeling like a failure. Like you paid for a coach, you paid for a cheerleader, you paid for somebody to lift you up. So I need to know your shortcomings. I need to know if you just went through a breakup. I need to know if you're having a divorce. I need to know if your kid is, acting a certain way. Like if these things are affecting you and it's causing you to not do your workouts, cause you to be stressed to where you don't feel like doing anything, again, just text me. Let me know what's going on and I'll be completely transparent. Okay, meal guides and meal plans. These are not for everybody. Meal guides, meal plans, it is a very touchy subject, because if you're coming to me to get help, to be coached, doing the work for you is not how you're going to get results. Like fishing for you, you'll learn how to fish for a day. If I teach you how to fish, you will be fed for a lifetime. You get it. But like meal guides, meal plans, when I set it for you and you don't have to think about it and it's just boom. Afterwards, when you don't have that, you don't know what to do. You're lost. It's like a compass in the woods. Like once you have no compass, you're stressed out. So meal guides, meal plans, I definitely don't recommend them right off the jump when you start your journey, because it's very, very important for you to understand portion sizes, eyeballing, like exactly how much a portion of peanut butter is, like 2 tablespoons of peanut butter. And you logging it in the app, you logging your food, it not only puts it in your frontal cortex, but it puts it on the forefront of your mind, your life. Like it's hard for you to have a donut if you have to track it. So you're learning how to track, you're learning how to consume the right amount for your said goals, listen to your body, intuitively eat, and understand just macros in a whole, like understanding nutrition, how it works. So meal guides, this can be something that helps you for more options, easier options, if you're running out of ideas, things to get you started. But again, these are not going to be sustainable unless you have one for life. Again, it doesn't teach you. It just tells you. So these are the meal plans that I provide. It does give you breakfast, snack, lunch, dinner. It breaks it down into serving sizes, how much you need for that day. And then it also comes with a shopping list for you to know exactly what you're doing when you go into the store. You can come out knowing that you got everything. You didn't walk in circles and waste time. Then you can get to cooking using the meal prep tutorial video in the final solution course that I showed you at the beginning of the phone call and get some success from it. Cool. So for those of you who joined a little bit later in the call, this is how to enter the giveaway. The link to the Philosophy Fitness page, the Facebook page, is in the chat all the way at the top. You'll click that, it'll direct you straight to the page. You leave a review by clicking on the rating. And from there, at the top, it says recommend. And then that's when you start your review. It doesn't have to be long. It could be pretty brief, but that's how you enter the giveaway. Any questions about any of the methods? What method you're using, which one you feel is effective? If you think yours isn't effective and you need a new one, like I kind of want to hear your thoughts. And if you're not a client on, if you're not getting coached by me personally, if you just showed up to this phone call because you heard that it was happening and you want to be a part of this, I can give you one of these methods. Like, you have access to one of these methods, because if you're on this call, you either were a client before and you have access to this already, or you're a client, you're somebody that wants to become one, because obviously you wouldn't be here. And I'd love to help. So if there's any of these that we got to switch up, we can. Real quick backstory. I did have this one client. He was actually a family member. I won't tell you who, just to protect. But when he joined the program, I had him unbiasedly track his nutrition. I didn't have him change anything. He was severely overweight. I'd say over 100 pounds overweight, bedbound. I mean, the doctor said he had 3 months. And so he got in contact with me and needed help. And I was like, okay, let's see what you're doing now. Let's see what the trend is. Let's see what is causing this first, to then fix the problem. So you got to identify the problem first. So by that, I had him unbiasedly track. I said, don't change anything. Do what you normally do, but track it. And we realized that he was consuming 1,800 calories just in liquids. And he wasn't working out. So for somebody his age, his height, not working out, his maintenance calorie expenditure was just about 1,800. For him to maintain his weight, he needed to eat 1,800 calories. Now, for those of you who don't know, liquid calories and food calories from food are the same thing. They're both calories. It's numbers. Whether you eat 200 calories in food or you drink 200 calories in pop, your body is going to use those calories basically the same way, as far as whether you gain weight or lose weight, depending on what your metabolism is at, based on your activity level, age, height, other things. So he was like, just drinking what he was drinking in a day was bringing him up to maintenance. So anything that he ate was making him gain weight. So anything that he did after he drank all of his liquids would be over his calorie maintenance. And that's why he gained so much weight. He didn't understand that there was calories in liquid in the first place, which is insane. There is calories in liquid, and your body does use them the same as food. So if you're drinking 2 Coca-Cola 16 ounces, that's the equivalent of like a muffin, a 450, a 500 calorie muffin in the bakery section at Kroger or Walmart. So they add up. Again, anybody here feel like they need to switch up their methodology of how they're tracking their food, how they're keeping an eye on their food log and whatnot? All of these are effective. They are. I don't recommend anybody going through the program without using one of them. Because again, I mean, I can give you workouts, cool little workouts that get your sweat on, but if you're just shoveling food in your mouth or you're severely under eating, like the program will not work for you. It really won't. Um, so again, it goes both ways. I am always willing to help, provide resources. I will bend over backwards, give the shirt off my back. I'll give my house to you guys. That's clear enough. So like any questions, concerns, struggles, please reach out to me. Like I do not look it down on you if you are struggling. In fact, I really, really like it when you come to me with your questions, when you come to me with things that you're struggling with, because I understand exactly where you're at in your journey because I've been there. I've been through it. And I want to see you all succeed. Any questions so far? I want to make sure that I clear that up for everybody. All right. Because the chat's a little saturated, I do want to ask one more time. Everyone who wants the final solution course or needs the final solution course, misplaced it. Let me know in the chat box. Just say me. I'll put a note down and I will send that in your email. It'll come right through your email tonight so that you can have that. Anybody coming down with like a headache or a cold? I think like today midday, it was weird. It hit me like my throat's starting to hurt when I swallow, like I have strep now, and I can hear it in my voice a little bit. It's like it hit me randomly today. Just trying to stay up on water. Cool. If nobody has any more questions, if nobody would like me to work through anything that you're struggling with this week, we can end it here. Yeah, if anybody does have any questions though, I'd love to answer them. I definitely don't want to get off this call without answering it. Your question may help someone else.